Hey, good morning, folks. How are you all doing this on this fine morning? I just want to pause for just a moment. I need to get a good sip of coffee. I'm going to need it as we prepare for Wednesday. Maybe it'll energize us and help us get through the week. But first, we got to drink the coffee and then we do the work, right? Oh, yeah, that's good. That's good. All right. Well, one more time. One more time. All right, I'm up for it. I'm up for it. My name is Wes, and I serve as the interim pastor of the First Baptist Church of Cutler. And this is Coffee with Wes. And we're going to get started right away in our little discussion for today. So gather up close, get your get your cup. Maybe you don't have coffee in your cup. Maybe it's tea. Maybe it's, I don't know, it could even be a Dr. Pepper. Who knows? It's okay. It's okay. No judging here. Dr. Pepper, Coke, Pepsi, whatever it is that you like. So, hey, listen, in the comments, why don't you put in, do you have a favorite beverage in the morning to get you going? Is it coffee? And if it's coffee, do you put sugar and cream and flavoring and all that? I just drink my coffee black. I mean, if you're going to drink coffee. Where I grew up in Rhode Island, they have a thing called coffee milk, and that's a big deal. If you're gonna drink coffee milk, but whatever. Anyway, just put it in the comments. What's your morning beverage? What's your morning beverage? What gets you going? What gets you up? Coffee, straight up. That's what I like. Oh, Carol Lively. Hey, welcome. Good morning. I know you're on here all the time, and water is your get up and go beverage. All right, Carol. Hey, listen, I hope you're doing good today. Hope today's a good day for you. All right, let's get started with our devotion for this morning. So throughout the Gospels, you read the Gospels, it's about Jesus, and we find in the Gospels that Jesus performed many, many miracles. I mean, he performed all these miraculous signs. John calls them in his Gospel signs that would point people to him as the Messiah. And so throughout the Gospels, when Jesus performs these miracles, when he finishes, when he completes it, he often said to the one that he has delivered or whatever, he said, he would say, go and tell what the Lord has done. Go and tell. And the scriptures are all filled with the Lord's instruction of people telling of God's marvelous work. And we hear the Lord instructing people to tell others of God's work. Now, sometimes when Jesus would perform the miracle, he didn't have to say anything. He didn't have to give any instructions. They were so excited they couldn't help but to tell their friends. And there were times I see in Mark's gospel, especially when Jesus strictly commands individuals to tell no one, don't tell anybody about what has happened here. And however, the people were so overwhelmed by what Jesus had done for them, they just couldn't keep quiet. They just couldn't keep it to themselves. We get good news, man. We want everybody to know. And we just can't keep it in. And our salvation story, our salvation experience is an experience that how can we keep quiet about it? Because God has done so much for us. So as we continue to look in Psalm 40, and again, that's the focus of our adult Bible study this Sunday morning at the First Baptist Church of Cutler, we'll be looking at Psalm 40 verses, I think, 1 through 11. And in Psalm 40, David reminds the Lord that he too doesn't keep his mouth shut about the Lord's goodness. He tells people about it. He doesn't keep his mouth shut about the Lord's faithfulness and the Lord's love and the Lord's truth and the Lord's salvation, that he shares it with those around him. And so David made it a practice, made it a habit, if you will, to publicly give God praise, publicly give God glory for God's goodness in his life. And he would not conceal at all what God had done for him. And neither should we. We should be at the forefront of telling people what God has done for us. And we don't have to do it in a rote, written down, formal way. I mean, it's just natural when people say things about how we've been blessed or how we're getting through a very tough, difficult situation, to just say, it's the Lord, and explain to them what the Lord is doing in your life. And so we don't have to hit people over the head. I'm not a hitter over the head type person. I know some people are, and that's them. But I'm just a person. Hey, this is the way it is. Everything that I have is because of what the Lord has provided. And so I'm going to tell people about that. Man, you did such a good job. Man, you work hard. Yeah, the Lord allows me to do all of that. And, we need to give the glory to God and be ready to tell of God's goodness to us, and God's character and God's love for the creation that he has made. So let me close this morning by reading Psalm 40. And I want to begin in verses 9 through 11, because this is the focus that we're looking at today, about David proclaiming God's goodness. Psalm 40, verse 9. David writes, he says, I proclaim righteousness in the great assembly. See, I do not keep my mouth closed, as you know, Lord. I did not hide your righteousness in my heart. I spoke about your faithfulness and salvation. I did not conceal your constant love and truth from the great assembly. He's talking about the congregation, if you will, the great assembly. We would say the church. Verse 11, Lord, you do not withhold your compassion from me. Your constant love and truth will always guard me. And that's what David proclaimed. Man, the Lord's compassion, the Lord's love, the Lord's truth. So what I'm trying to say this morning is that, we are living witnesses of God's firsthand ability. I mean, we are firsthand witnesses of what God is able to do. We are firsthand witnesses of God's faithfulness and God's love and God's care in our lives. And we need to proclaim all of that so that others may hear the gospel, that they may respond, and that they too might have a relationship with Jesus and have life that lasts forever. Okay, happy Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. We're going to get through this. We've had our coffee or whatever it is, whatever beverage we have to get us going this morning. And we're ready to hit the ground running. Have a great day, and I'll hope to see you soon. Bye for now.